Hello guys and welcome to extended highlights of our Matchday 5 fixture against Next Level Football League new boys, the Football Republic, a team we know absolutely nothing about at all apart from the fact they've not started off this season too well. So let's have a look at the MHFC lineup for today's game then. No Tom the Grizzly in goal for us, he's unavailable, so Chris Hobster will be deputising for him. Matt Creasy at the back and ever present as always, and Jakey Stevens managed to get himself 5 goals last time out against YFO. Be hoping to add a couple more today alongside Alex Lockwood, who had a very impressive debut for us last week as well. Completing the lineup we have myself, Steve Locke and Alistair Campbell, a new signing for us. He plays in kind of a wide left back role for us. Be very, very important for us going into the second half of the season, so he'll be the key focus for today's game. On the bench as well, it's nice to have James Heiser back after a little spell on the sidelines with injury. So let's get straight into the Matchday 5 highlights then as we look to get this game kicked off against the Football Republic. A big game for us, exactly the kind of game that we have previously slipped up on before, so we'll be looking for a big performance in today's game as we get things straight off. Steve Locke gives the ball away, not a great start, but Jakey manages to win it back as he does the player on the outside, looks to cut it back, but unfortunately there is nobody on the end of it as TFR looks to come away with it then. Playing away, but Alistair Campbell, his first thing in an MHFC shirt is to intercept the ball one on, maybe getting a little bit overexcited then and having what can only be described as a terrible shot. As Steve Locke looks to chip it in over to the back post towards me, but it's just gone over my head for a TFR throw-in as they roll it back to the keeper, and the camera's just a little bit behind play there, but we see the keeper kick it straight against the back of Alex Lockwood. It's deflected straight into the path of Jakey Stevens, and you don't want to be giving chances away to a player of his quality. He's going to mop that up all day, as we can just see in the replay then the keeper kicks it straight against the back of Alex Lockwood. That will go down as an assist for him. Jakey, first off the mark, poaches goals like that all day in his sleep and just toe pokes it into the top right hand corner then. A great start for MHFC as we go 1-0 up. The ball on the far side then with Ali Campbell, definitely not afraid to take it out from the back as it comes to Alex Lockwood, who gets the shot away, and that just comes off the outside of the post, very close to 2-0 there. He'll be absolutely desperate to get off the mark. He hit the crossbar last week, he hit the post this week. Maybe the next one is going to go in for him. As we see TFR there playing the ball back to the goalkeeper, but Jakey's looking to get on the end of it. He managed to get a little deflection on the pass there as it comes out to me. Tried to take it around my man, it bubbles back into my path, square it for Jakey Stevens, who taps in there. Easiest finish he'll get all season, and that is now 2-0 to MHFC. Another one for Jakey as we look at the replay. Very lucky there, the way it deflects back into my path after trying to take it round the man. Going 2-on-1 here at the back, a little nudge in the back, but just managed to squeak it into Jakey's path, who taps into an open net for 2-0. So, great start for the MHFC boys then, but TFR trying to come back into it as we see their first real opportunity of the game, but it's a scuff shot, and Chris Hobster won't mind that being his first bit of action in the game as we see it lumped forward by Ali Campbell, and the defenders misread the flight of it as it comes into me, and I've got to say there, should have really done the same thing I did last time. Steve Locke was in acres of space, instead I've gone for the shot, and no goal comes from it as we see the ball back in MHFC possession. Then Alex Lockwood on the far side cuts inside and gets the shot away again, and he's just missed that near post again. You can see visibly being annoyed now with him not getting that goal. Keep trying, mate, and it will definitely come as we see Steve Locke on the right hand side, then cuts it back to Jakey Stevens, goes back to Steve Locke, gets the shot on target, and that would have been a real collector's item for Steve Locke there. He doesn't score many. Ali Campbell then with a nice little reverse pass to Matt Creasy, who comes forward with it, plays it to me, a couple of players around me, but managed to square it over to Steve Locke, who finds himself in absolutely acres of space, tees up the shot, gets the shot away, and Jakey Stevens there with a very cheeky little flick, deflecting it in to the bottom left hand corner. Was probably on target from Steve. Let's have a look at the replay. Maybe going in the bottom corner, maybe just going wide, but Jakey's not going to take any chances there. Lovely little flick past the goalkeeper, and that is now his hat-trick already in the first half of this game as we see TFR getting another shot on Chris Hobster, saving well with his feet. Ansley then on the sideline, still awaiting full reconstruction of that right knee in his, but still showing that he's capable of doing more keepy-uppies than I am when fully fit. As we see the ball rolled in straight, that's a very strong roll from Steve there into my path. Play it round the corner to Ali Campbell on his debut there, eyeing up the goalkeeper and just swinging through the ball, finds a gap at the near post then, and Ali Campbell's managed to bag himself a goal on his MHFC debut. As we have a look at the replay then, just a little ball round the corner to Ali, loads of time, one look up at the keeper, swings clean and hard through the ball, not necessarily going for accuracy there, but for power. He won't mind, he's gone in at the near post, and that is now 4-0 as we see a little wrestling match on the ball there, and Alex Lockwood wins the free kick as he takes it quickly and plays it out onto Ali on the left hand side, plays it into Jakey Stevens. The keeper gets a hand on it, it comes back out to Jakey Stevens, composed enough there just to take it round the goalkeeper on the floor and slot it into an open net again. As we have a look at the replay, Ali Campbell playing the ball into Jakey there, gets a little flick on it and the keeper makes a good save with a combination of his leg and hand. But Jakey first to the rebound, as always, sits the goalkeeper down and slots it into an open net. 5-0 now in the first half for MHFC, 4 for Jakey as well. What a game we are having so far, as we see James Heiser just making his way onto the pitch there to get himself some time back in the game. And the referee blows for half time. So that is now 5-0 at half time, as we immediately turn around for the second half, and James Heiser will now get his chance to play some MHFC football. We've not seen him for a couple of weeks, so great to get him back on the pitch. The first action of the second half then sees Ali Campbell stealing in there and winning the ball back for MHFC as he plays it inside to Jakey, leaves it for James Heiser, can't get a shot away, so he gives it back to Jakey, swarmed by players, so sensibly just holding it up and waiting for a better opportunity there. As he sees a little ball in behind for Steve Lock, unfortunately the touch just letting him down that time, and the keeper manages to smother it. You see Chris Hobster playing out for the back, but he gives it away. Played it over to the far side. The finish from the Football Republic player there comes cannoning off the crossbar and hits Chris Hobster in the chest and goes in there for a Chris Hobster own goal. He won't be happy with that goal at all. As you can see his frustration, kicking the ball into the back of the net. He knows he gave the ball away in the first place, and very unfortunate, it has to be said, in the way the ball went in. But ultimately we can't afford to be giving the ball away there, as he gives the ball away again, but this time more than redeems himself with a great save at the back there. But a few squeaky moments in net there for Chris Hobster, as I said, debutising for Tom Negrezi today. As we see the ball coming through at the back again, we're looking a bit shaky at the back at the start of this second half, and Chris Hobster again with another big save. That's 2 in a couple of minutes now, and that should be helping get his confidence back. As we see the ball played over the top then to Jakey Stevens by Alex Lockwood, looks to chip the keeper and just doesn't quite get enough on it there. That would have been a lovely goal, but you can see the confidence is flowing through Jakey Stevens right now as he picks up the ball, running forwards with it, squares it to James Heiser in acres of space, one touch, and finishes on that left foot of his to kind of ease the pressure there, because we were feeling a little bit under the pressure at the back there. But that goal really putting us back on the front foot again, making it 6-1, and surely this game is wrapped up now early in the second half. Nice for James Heiser to get himself a goal back in the side as well. As we see MHFC really playing some nice football now into Jakey, and the keeper, I'm not sure he knew a lot about that, but managed to sit on it, and no goal will come from that effort. As we see the ball coming forward with TFR, but they've given it away again into me. Little flick through to James Heiser, who's in acres of space again, and the Football Republic can't afford to be giving players like Jakey and James Heiser the amount of space they are right now. As we see, it was a simple ball through to James Heiser, one touch on the turn, sees the space in that bottom left hand corner and pokes it home. That's 2 for him now and 7 for MHFC, as we look to really give our goal difference a boost in this game now. TFR just playing around with it at the back, cutting it back inside, and just happy to keep the ball for a few minutes here. But saying that, oh, they've just managed to poke it round the corner there, straight from kick-off. They've got an opportunity, and that is a great finish from whoever that guy is. Whoever you are, mate, lovely finish there. Just opening up his body there, curling it into the far corner. I think Chris Hobster just gets a little hand on it, but not enough to keep it out. And straight after we've gone 7-1 up, we find ourselves now back to 7-2. They're saying that TFR have now given the ball away to Jakey Stevens, and teams really shooting themselves in the foot in this one. Seeing a couple of times with the ball being played around at the back and possession being given away. And unfortunately, when it falls to Jakey Stevens, you don't stand much of a chance, as again we see him sitting the goalkeeper down and slotting it into an empty net again, this time on his left foot. So that is now 5 for Jakey Stevens in this game, really, really punishing this defence. We see some lovely skill from James Heiser now. His turn on the style, gets the shot away, and the keeper saves well this time. As we see Chris Hobster coming out and claiming that almost as if he's a genuine keeper in this situation. Lovely distribution as well with the throw there. Obviously been watching, well, probably not Red's videos, you don't want to watch too many of them, but James Heiser anyway, going for the dink, and that was nearly a lovely goal for James Heiser. You see he's really got his confidence back as well. As we see the long ball forward to James Heiser from Chris Hobster. Sees Jakey Stevens in the middle there, and that's a lovely little touch again to sit the goalkeeper down. He scored a hat-trick of goals, just poking it into open nets in this game, but he has now finished off the double hat-trick for Jakey Stevens in this game. Lovely ball by Heiser, lovely first touch from Jakey to take it round the goalkeeper, outside the right foot, into an open net. 9 goals for MHFC, 9-2 that is now, and 6 for Jake Stevens. As we see the ball with TFR at the back then in the dying minutes of this game. I've been absolutely turned there, but the referee saves my blushes and blows the full-time whistle. 9-2 to MHFC. Let's have a quick look at the player statistics. And the top goal scorer is no surprise. After 11 goals in his last 2 games, Jakey Stevens on 13, Chris Hobbs on 5, and James Heiser up there now on 4. Top assists, we've got myself taking the lead on 6, Jakey and Chobs both on 4. And no surprise, after 6 goals in that game, Jakey Stevens takes the Man of the Match award to put himself at the top of the table in terms of Man of the Matches on 2. Chris Hobster and James Heiser both on 1. As we take a look then at the official table and top goal scorers charts, it gives me the opportunity to say thank you for watching these videos, and if you do enjoy watching them, then don't forget to like and subscribe to check out all our other content as well. Of course, if you want to watch highlights of all the games from each of the match days, you can check them out on the Next Level Football League channel. So another convincing win, top of the table, it's on to the next one.